Gentleman from Fairfax, Mr. Surovell.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a request and for two introductions.
Gentleman may proceed.
First of all, the request, Mr. Speaker, I would ask that House Bill 286 on page 1 of the calendar be moved to the regular calendar.
House Bill 286 moved to the regular calendar.
Now my introductions, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the rear of the chamber today, we have a former member of this body. She served as a member here for 10 years. For 10 years before that, she served on the Fairfax County School Board, making our educational system in Fairfax County a better place. She currently works with a think tank in Washington, working on education policy, keeping all of us honest on our decisions down here. When she preceded me in my seat, she gave me some awfully big shoes to fill as a tireless advocate for the folks that live in my part of Fairfax County, and I'd hope the House could give a warm welcome to former Delegate Kris Amundson.
We're delighted to have you visiting with us today, Kris, and hope you'll come back many times.
Mr.
Gentleman
Speaker,
from Petersburg, Ms. Dan.
Mr. Speaker, I had a second introduction.
Oh, I'm sorry, second. Did I give you two?
Yeah, I think so.
Gentleman may proceed. I apologize.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Following on to that, Delegate Amundson, as I think many of you all know, had a passion for young people and a passion for getting young people involved in government. She had a program that she started in her first term, which she called the Young Leaders Program. The Young Leaders Program, what it does is it takes some of the top students from the 44th District in our high schools and brings them down to Richmond, shows them around, has them meet with different policymakers, their elected officials that represent them. And that program did a lot of good things. It got a lot of kids interested and involved in state government and federal government and interested in public service. I decided to continue that program after I was elected, and in fact, just this past year, I decided to rename it in honor of Delegate Amundson as the Amundson Institute. And today, we have my 6 Amundson Institute fellow here today, young leaders. As you all remember from last year, I have an excellent high school in my district. Not just one, but thanks to redistricting, I now have 3 of the best high schools in all of the world in my district. No, I'm not going to Arlington. These are in Fairfax County. West Potomac, Mount Vernon, and Hayfield. So with us today, I have 6 students from West Potomac and Mount Vernon. Stand up so everybody can see you guys. My young leaders today, their GPAs range from 3.4 to 4.3. We have several varsity athletes. We have some ROTC participants. We have student government leaders. We have a couple Eagle Scouts. These kids are leaders in their schools, and they're leaders in our community. With us today, we have Dango Sloggy, Colin Chatfield, Colleen O'Hara, John Victoria, and Eugene Coleman with us today. And I just want to say one thing about Eugene, or he goes by EJ, actually. EJ actually represents more people than anybody in this room, because EJ is also the student representative on the Fairfax County School Board for all the students. And there are 170,000 students in Fairfax County's educational system. And EJ is there to speak for them on behalf of the students to make sure student concerns that get heard. I mean, he's down here today with us, along with his other colleagues from the schools, and I would ask that the House give these leaders from my district a warm House welcome, and if you see them around, give them a few pointers about how things are done around here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.